Hi, vacation rental owner or manager. If you'd like an interior designer to decorate your STR, I'll share details about 8 of them, their strategies, pricing, and who might be the best one for your needs. And I'll give you a free printable that compares them all. Hello, vacation rental owner. Welcome back to Step Up Your STR, the podcast all about decorating vacation rentals so that they can make max revenue. I'm Kara, and I've designed dozens of STRs, all of which charge in the top 10% of their area competitors and earn up to 153% more after working with me. So if you hire a designer, I really want you to get great results from your STR. I think it's important that you know what those designers can bring to the table for you, what you're actually getting if you decide to bring one on. Today's episode is number 3 in our 3-part series about STR designers. Today, we'll take a close look at the final 8 who call themselves STR specific. We'll compare their design styles, pricing, strategies, and which type of host that they are really best for. And as mentioned, I wrote an article. You can download it to print, and it summarizes all of these designers in all 3 podcasts. However, please do listen right now because I'm going to share more details here than what the article will tell you. Now, here's something to keep in mind. Successful STR design is a different ballgame than decorating a house. I'm going to say that again. Successful STR design, the STR design that will actually make you money, is a different ballgame than just decorating a house where you live. A traditional designer might make a space look beautiful, but if it blends in with properties on Airbnb or whatever platform you're using, that design won't actually drive more bookings or allow you to make higher revenue. In other words, that design could be a waste, unfortunately. The best STR designers understand how to create spaces that stop the scroll, quote unquote, stop the scroll. In other words, those spaces that pop in photos, that get more clicks and help you be able to charge more money, and that make guests feel taken care of so that you as the owner get 5-star reviews and repeat stays. To give a quick recap, parts 1 and 2 covered, I think, 15 designers, and today we'll go over the final 8. Some of these designers really do get STR strategy. It's really exciting to see that, while others lean closer to run-of-the-mill home design or even amateur design. I'll break each one down for you so that you can figure out who might be the best for your property and your goals. First, With Love from Ding. With Love from Ding offers e-design services, and that would include, like virtual mood boards and decorating planning. They also offer in-person styling, and from what I could gather, that in-person work is limited to their locale, but that locale wasn't specified on their website, so I'm not sure where they are. Now for pricing, it starts with a very affordable option called a spruce kit. It's $19.99, but their full service design pricing is not provided. Now, whether their designs would drive revenue, I would say mostly no. My take is that inexpensive initial service of the spruce kit might be a good start for you if you want to do it yourself. But in the portfolio photos, there were quite a lot of minimally scaled furnishings that just look too small for the room and actually risk being seen online as looking cheap. I think a lot of the spaces in the portfolio lack visual impact. I think that With Love from Ding can be good for owners who simply like that aesthetic and maybe who don't have big goals for revenue improvement. Brianna Michelle Interiors. Her services are full service STR design. So, concept developing, sourcing all the materials for you, installing all the materials for you. Also, virtual designs are available nationwide. So again, that's like mood boards, shopping lists, installation guide. Her in-person support is available only in Southern California. Pricing was not specified in any place that I could find. Turnaround time, at least on the e-design service, is fast. They get to you, those designs will get to you in a matter of weeks. Now, as for whether or not those designs are revenue focused, yes. My take is that these designs by Brianna Michelle are top tier. They are versatile across architectural styles and owner preferences and have a strong data-driven edge. You know how a designer can look at your competition and compare nightly rates and what the going styles are, all of that. It seems that Brianna Michelle takes all those things into account. But it's unclear how much money Brianna Michelle charges. My impression is that these services are expensive. I think Brianna Michelle is good for STR owners who want really fun interiors that will get you more bookings, and perhaps for those owners who don't need a budget-friendly option. Okay, WID e-designs. Their services are virtual e-design packages, like with mood boards, product shopping lists, and there was no evidence of any in-person services. Their service area is nationwide, virtual only. Next, Design by Aeneas, and I'm hoping I'm spelling Aeneas correctly. It's Anais, Design by Aeneas. Their services are consultation-based, so it seems to be all virtual, with mood boards and styling guidance. Their pricing was not disclosed on their website. The turnaround is quick, at least for the e-design. The website indicates that once that initial design research is finished, it takes up to 10 days for the full design to be finished for you. As far as whether it will drive your revenue up, not really. My take is that these designs are very neutral and look very residential. Also, the furnishings tended to be sparse, and that usually isn't good for online photos to stand out. I think Design by Aeneas is good for hosts who simply like the look of those interiors and probably don't have big revenue goals. Lori Matson Interiors. Her services are both full service STR design in person for you and virtual design consultations. Her service area for those in-person services, it was not stated on her website. Pricing is also not available on the website, and turnaround time was not indicated. As far as whether it would drive revenue, yes. My take is that Lori Matson designs are really good, vibrant, and attention-grabbing rooms, and they're likely effective at improving an STR's performance. I think Lori Matson Interiors is good for hosts who really do want a design that is part of your marketing to make more money. And because her pricing isn't listed, we have to take into account that her prices could be very expensive. So she is a possibility for STR owners who have the funds to make the design happen. Larimar Home Staging. Services include home staging, which is like to sell a house, and interior design. They list their interior design as including STRs. So it's likely in person, but limited to their location, but their location was not specified on the website. It wasn't clearly provided where they are located. Pricing, the consultations range from $150 to $500. Turnaround time is quick. At least the consultation, it only takes a day, but the other services on her website don't have a turnaround time listed. Whether the designs are revenue driven, mostly yes. I think her designs are very nice and have some color, but I think they could use more color to make the spaces even more eye-catching so that you could get more clicks and more bookings. My take is that their big emphasis seems to be staging a property to sell it. And I mean, that is in their name, Larimar Home Staging. But their portfolio can work for STRs. It's still probably effective for your STR to do well, even though it's meant for a residence. Aloe and Elm Interiors. They apparently offer interior design and staging, but there were no details that I could find on virtual versus in-person. Likely in-person in Utah is where they're located. But To be completely frank, I don't know because I actually couldn't get their website to work. It just wouldn't load. I couldn't find any disclosure for pricing or turnaround time. As far as whether they would get you more bookings and revenue, I would say no. My take is that they are too neutral or minimal in their design style. And many furnishings were too small in scale. And so the visuals were not compelling for an STR to be successful. Also, I couldn't, like I said, I couldn't access their website. It just wouldn't come up, but I was able to see some portfolio photos on Yelp. I think aloe and elm can be good for STR owners who simply like their aesthetic and are local to the Salt Lake Valley in Utah. Funkit Interiors. Their services are virtual design and a white glove full service installation that's done in person for you. Now, this is one of the few designers who will travel to you to do your in-person design through all 50 states. That's really unusual. So you can get either virtual or full service no matter where you live in the United States. Their design fees are typically listed as typically $15,000 to $25,000 and up from there. They recommend a budget of about $4,000 for furnishings per room. So you'd have the $4,000 per furnishings plus their design fee of around $20,000 for a room. Turnaround time, as I mentioned, they're relatively quick, a few weeks. Now, for whether they're revenue driven, yes, their designs will likely drive revenue up for an STR owner. The thing is, though, their style is very bold and retro. Their designs are scroll stopping and they have a strong revenue focus, but their designs all seem to be funky, kind of 1970s style and inspired. And that can be limiting if you don't like that style or if that just wouldn't go well with your architecture. Note that it looks like prices can escalate with Funkit, and clients have reported that they have to take over managing the ordering and installation logistics themselves. I think Funkit can be good for STR owners whose property would perform great with a funky look and who want the designer to come do it in person for them. Keep in mind that having a designer travel to you is typically very expensive. So you'd need the funds to get them to your space for your design to happen. Last but not least is Jenny Yee Designs. She offers full service in-person design with sourcing and setup done for you, also consultations for STRs. So she's really good with branding and emotional experience driven design and also this turnkey delivery. She was one of the first that I know of to ever offer this turnkey delivery to clients all over the United States, and she is expanding internationally. Her pricing was not publicly listed. I'm guessing it's expensive. Turnaround time also was not listed, so I am unsure on that. As far as if she will get you more revenue through her designs, yes. My take is that Jenny Yee has designed so many spaces, 100 plus Airbnb and boutique hotel projects. She's worked in 22 states. She's very good with the emotional connection and guest experience and is extremely good at creating a culturally immersive space that is just sensitive to your surroundings. I think Jenny Yee is among the most STR savvy of this group. Her designs are effective at getting you more bookings and revenue. Now, to summarize these designers, if you're looking for someone who will help you raise your nightly rate, look to Brianna Michelle, Lori Matson, Funkit, and Jenny Yee. If you're looking for luxury focused, Brianna Michelle. If you want somebody who leans more residential and neutral in style, Larimar Home Staging. And if you want really over the top, funky decor, Funkit. Okay, that is it for the final part of this 3-part series. Remember to grab the article in the description. It'll summarize all of these 24 or so designers, and that'll be a resource where you can check out their pricing, services, strategy, so that you can make the smartest choice of what designer would likely be a good fit for you. And if you want a shortcut, you are welcome to book a free discovery call with me. I can help you cut through the noise and figure out which designer will actually move the needle for your bookings, even if it isn't me. And the information to contact me will also be in the description. Thank you for listening to Step Up Your STR, and I look forward to talking again next time.